Good afternoon, grade 7. I am Teacher Lee. Join me on this fun journey of learning English. So for today's topic, we have using correct and appropriate multimedia resources in varied contexts. After going through this module, you are expected to first, identify multimedia resources. Second, use correct and appropriate multimedia resources when orally giving information, making explanations, and narrating events in personal or factual recaps. So kindly get your pen, module, and paper as we go through our lesson for today. Are you familiar with this game? So for today, we're going to play 4 picks 1 word. In this game, you'll be shown 4 photos in a grid, all of which share a word in common. Your goal is to figure out the common word based on word length and letters given as your clue. Remember, you only have 10 seconds to figure out the word in each photo. Are you now ready? So let's get started. So this is our first picture. What do you think is our first picture? Okay, let's find out what's the answer. Very good. It's text. How about the second picture? Let's see what's the answer. The second picture is about graphics. Nice. How about the third picture? What is your answer in the third picture? Very good. It's an audio. How about our fourth picture? What do you think is our fourth picture all about? Okay, time's up. Let's see what's the answer. Very good. It's an animation. Next one. Time's up. What is our last picture all about? Very good. It is about video. Please remember these pictures because these are all connected with our topic for today, which is multimedia. So first, let us define what is multimedia. Multimedia comes from the two word multi, which means many or more than one, and media, which means medium of communication. It is a representation of information in an attractive and interactive manner with the use of a combination of text, audio, video, graphics, and animation. It is a computerized method of presenting information combining textual data, audio, visuals, graphics, and animations. Examples of multimedia are email, Yahoo Messenger, video conferencing, multimedia message service, or MMS. There are 5 main types of multimedia. These are text and graphics, images, audio, video, animations. So first, let us define what is a text. Texts are characters that are used to create words, sentences, and paragraphs. Text alone provides just one source of basic information. Yet, text is good at providing basic information and often the most effective way to get one's message. So here are examples of text. Netiquette or online etiquette. These are the basic rules or rules that are acceptable in an online. As the saying goes, you have to think before you click, isn't it? Okay, very good. Next one is graphics. Graphics is defined as visual presentation such as artwork, drawings, or designs. These are some examples of graphics. The Fruit Gatherer by Fernando Amorsala, and second one is Polarium by Juan Luna. Next one are the drawings, which is a portrait or a drawing of how to save the earth and how to stop the spread of COVID. We also have these principles of designs and elements of designs, which you can also tackle on your PLE subject. Next one is, these are some examples of designs. Last quarter, we have discussed about linear text and non-linear text, isn't it? Can you identify now if linear text is an example of a text or a graphic? What is their answer? Let's see. Very good. Linear text is an example of text because this is the most common type of text that need to be read from beginning to end. Examples of linear text are novels, biographies, short stories, isn't it? So let's now proceed with nonlinear text. Do you think nonlinear text is an example of a text or a graphic? What is the best answer? What is your answer? Okay, let's now see. Very good. Nonlinear text is an example of graphic. Why? Because nonlinear text involves bar graphs, pie charts, and tables, isn't it? Okay, very good. Examples of multimedia that uses graphics are slideshow, Prezi, infographic, educational blog. So first, let us define what is a slideshow. Slideshow is a presentation used to communicate information through a series of slides. It contains with regular text, tables, images, drawings, charts, links, word art, videos, and audio. The best example of slideshow is a PowerPoint presentation. Next one is Prezi. Prezi is a presentation tool that can be used as an alternative to traditional slide-making programs such as PowerPoint. Instead of slides, Prezi makes use one of large canvas that allows you to pan and zoom to various parts of the canvas. It uses text, images, and videos, and also provides a collection of templates to choose from. So this is an example of Prezi.
Hand in hand on the warm sand, we're walking barefoot and free. In your eyes, I see blue skies reflection, and everything is blue and blurry. Every moment miraculous. I believe as long as we live, our love will be deep and true and cloudless. Oh, just for you and me. Oh, a sunny day. Oh, let it always be. Oh, a sunny day.
So now, let's proceed with infographic. It is a visual presentation of information in the form of a chart, graph, or other image accompanied by minimal text intended to give an easily understood overview, often of a complex subject. These are some examples of infographic, an infographic about recycling, and an infographic about grammar. Next one is educational blog. It is an online journal or informational website displaying information in a diverse chronological order with the latest post appearing first. It is a platform where a writer or even a group of writers share their views on an individual subject. It is also known as EduBlog, which is intended for educational purposes. So these are the examples of educational blog which are famous or popular here in the Philippines. Educacion.ph and CHED. Next one is an audio. It is an audible part of a transmitted signal that is a recording, reproduction of acoustic signals, therefore sound. Sound is the vibration transmitted through a solid, liquid, or gas, composed of frequencies within the range of hearing and of a level. An example of multimedia that uses audio is podcast. Podcast is an episodic series of spoken word digital audio files that a user can download to a personal device for easy listening. Usually, you can see podcasts or you can hear rather for podcasts in a Spotify. These are the two examples of podcasts which are popular here in the Philippines. First one is Buhay Basket and the second one is the Linya Linya Show. Buhay Basket is a show where a group of Filipino basketball fans discuss all things about basketball. And the second one, which is the Linya Linya Show, is a comedy podcast that's primarily about the daily life of Filipinos. The next type of multimedia is a video. Video is a series of electronic signals used to generate a steady source of still images which simulate movement. Videos can utilize graphics, pictures, or text and are used for entertainment, education, or other purposes. And the next type of multimedia is an animation. Animation is a simulation of movement created by a series of illustrations or photographs displayed in rapid succession. Example of multimedia that uses video and animations are the following: lecture capture, documentary video, and next one is blog. Lecture capture. It is a process of recording classroom lectures as videos and making them available online for students to review after the class. Just like what DepEd, TV, and Super K Telescuela do, they record their classroom lectures and make them available online, especially in YouTube, isn't it? Okay, next one is documentary video. It is a film or video intended to document reality primarily for the purposes of instruction, education, or maintaining a historical record. A perfect example of documentary show or documentary video is Eyewitness. Next one is vlog. Vlog is a video that documents a person's life. It is short for video blog. As the name suggests, a vlog is a video blog that records a person's thoughts, opinions, and interests, typically for publication on the internet. Usually, you can watch vlog in YouTube, and these are some examples of famous vloggers here in the Philippines. Next one is educational websites. Educational websites include websites that have games, videos, or topic-related resources that act as tools to enhance learning and supplement classroom teaching. Some examples of educational websites are Schoology and Quizzes. To see what did you understand in our lesson, let's now have our first activity, which is identifying multimedia resources. What are you going to do is you have to identify the different multimedia resources by matching the following multimedia resources with the pictures. Write the letter that corresponds to your answer in your answer sheet. Okay, so time's up. Let's now see the answer. Number 1 is H, number 2 E, 3 F, and 4 D, 5 A, 6B, and 7C, and 8G. Did you get them all? Okay, very good. It seems that you really understand our lesson. So let's now have another. For our second activity, we are going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Are you familiar with that game? So in this activity, you will choose the most appropriate multimedia resource to use in the given situation. So listen carefully to the statement and write the letter of your answer in your answer sheet. Remember, you only have 15 seconds for each question. For question number 1, in your English class, your teacher instructs you to have report that consists of many definitions, terms, and narratives. What multimedia resource are you going to use? Okay, time's up. Let's see what's the answer. Okay, very good. It's slideshow. So here is our next question. You need to report a complex topic that cannot be explained by a simple slideshow. You need to utilize visuals and graphics for better understanding of the topic. What multimedia resource are you going to use? Okay, let's see the answer on the next slide. And the answer for number 2 is B, Prezi. Correct. Now proceed with our third question. You are tasked to introduce a topic which could be explained clearly by using charts or diagrams to simplify or arrange pieces of information or data. What social media or social multimedia are you going to use? Let's see the answer. Okay, very good. It's infographics. So for our fourth question, you want to help your fellow student understand a certain lesson through a digital format like websites or your own social media platform. What are you going to use? Let's see the answer on the next slide. Okay, very good. Blog. How about on our fifth question? You are a consumer of Spotify and YouTube. You are a good speaker and can create a good content. What are you going to use? Okay, let's see the answer in the next slide. And the answer for number 5 is C, podcast. Let's now proceed with our next question. So for our sixth question, you want to help your classmate catch up with the missed lesson. What multimedia resource are you going to use? A, documentary video, B, podcast, C, lecture capture, and D, slideshow. Let's see the answer. Okay, very good. It's C, lecture capture. And for our last question, you want to educate your relatives about the misconceptions on COVID-19. What multimedia resources are you going to use? A, blog, B, documentary video, and C, infographics, and D, Prezi. What's your answer? Okay, let's see. Okay, very good. It's D, Prezi. Did you get them all? Okay, very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. Do you understand now our lesson? Okay, very. I would like to end this lesson with this quotation. You are responsible for everything you post, and everything you post will be a reflection of you. So think before you click. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. See you on our next episode.